So it is June right now. And I've done around 4 robot lawnmower videos. And every robot has a different feature. That is their selling point. Whether it's range advanced navigation or an easy app. But this is the first time I checked out a robot that has LiDAR, and without giving the video away, LiDAR is an absolute game changer for many reasons. I'm Kevin the Tech Ninja, and let's talko about it. So yeah, all the robot lawnmowers have pretty much the same specs. They have they have an easy use app, they cut. They go towards the edge, they have great precision. They can go up hills. Like, they're all getting really good. Now from the least expensive ones to the more expensive ones. They relatively do the same thing. But some do them better than others. Thanks to Ecovacs for sponsoring this video by sending me this robot lawnmower to put in my yard to check it out. And since I test robot lawnmowers, I have antennas all over my house. I have some in the front, I have some in the back. I have a couple on the roof. Antenna placement is very finicky. And so it's one of the things that can determine if you're going to have success with your robot lawnmower or not. This thing doesn't have an antenna. It uses LiDAR sensors plus an AI camera. So it doesn't rely on GPS or wires to know where it's at, and that is a very big deal. Because not everyone has a perfect yard for GPS. Maybe your yard is more shaded, or the location of your house isn't ideal to reach the right satellites at the right time. And with the A3000 you skip all of that. It sees your yard and it adapts to it. No GPS required, no satellite connection to drop. Now one of the biggest upgrades from another robot is how the A3000 handles changes in the yard. Cheaper version, which is the A25HUNDRED, uses RTK GPS, which is still super accurate. But it's still working off a fixed path. So if your bushes grow a little bit, or some things move around in your yard, it's not going to actually know unless you remap. The A3000 doesn't rely on that, because it's consistently looking. It notices when your landscape changes, and reroutes accordingly. It has real-time object detection. So it's not just guessing where to go. It's reacting live. And if you have no idea what LiDAR is, that's the same technology. In autonomous driving vehicles, it's like lights that are being shot out very quickly. Like hundreds of thousands of lights. And as it hits an object, it comes back to the sensor. And that's how it knows how far something is. So it can get very, very close and very precise in real time. Because of that, the A3000 runs dual blade disc. That the motor spins at 3000 RPM, which is actually faster than the previous GOAT models that I've talked about before. That translates to a cleaner cut that are mulching in, less chance of missing patches. And it can actually go faster because of that. It also handles slopes up to 27 degrees, and has true edge technology. That gets it right to the edge of your lawn. All robot lawn mowers has some type of edging technology. But I do find that the GOAT does a really great job. Even the A25. In my video I talked about his edging prowess. Well, the A3000 is just as good, if not even better, with the faster blades. Now, it might miss some very tight corners due to its size. But overall it's dialed in. And I can honestly say that as far as edging, this does the best. So I have a couple troubled spots in my yard that some robot lawn mowers really struggle with. I have this play set in the backyard, and all the other robots leaves like a big, high grass around it, and I have to go through with the edger. Take a look at how close the A3000 gets. It's because it has LiDAR. It knows exactly how close to get. And then take a look at this pole in my front yard. Exact same thing happens now with the A3000. It gets much closer, and also the lines are wider too than other robot lawn mowers that I used, which gives the cut a much better appearance. It looks like an actual lawnmower cutting. And what's so refreshing is that the setup is super straightforward. The base just requires an extra part to click into it. You just set the motor down, run some updates. After the updates are done, I was able to map my yard, and it took around 20 minutes to complete it. You can also use the app to manually drive the mower to create a custom map. But there is an auto mapping feature that is great if you have defined borders. I share my whole backyard with 4 other houses, so it's not so straightforward to me. But the front yard auto mapping worked perfectly. The Ecovacs app lets you split your yard into zones, schedule different areas for different days, and each zone can have a different cut. Something I plan to do is cut a small area that I'll use to practice golf on. I mean, you have the ability to kind of do whatever you want, and your yard turns into a playground. You can turn the camera on to watch the cut happen. You can even talk out of the mower if you want, which I don't see a use for. But it's kind of a fun party trick. There's also a manual mowing mode that I can drive it around and cut different patches of grass that I may not want to map, like super sensitive areas or plants or anything like that. You can just manually control it, and then you can even just tell it just to edge, which is also a nice feature too. It charges in about 45 minutes. So if you're cutting a lot of grass, it will do its thing. Come back and charge and continue to cut. So if you have a bigger lawn like I do, it will cut a big section. Go back, charge and resume where it left off. And since it's so precise, you don't have to babysit it. So a lot of people like to ask the question, how long does it take to cut? But it doesn't matter, like. It really doesn't matter because it's doing its thing. Cutting and charging, it's all autonomous. You don't have to babysit it. So like the time it takes to cut isn't really a big question to ask. And then also, of course, it can cut at night and it being as quiet as it is. We're gonna listen to it really quick here. You can hear that, so it can cut at night. And it doesn't disturb any of the neighbors at all. It doesn't disturb anyone, and with it being lighter, it's just as precise as it would be in the daytime. As you can see these perfect lines right here. So I did cover the GOAT A3000 about a month ago. And it's already one of the smartest mowers you can buy with the app. And also the cut quality. But the A3000 definitely takes it further. With dual LiDAR and no GPS required. Smarter object handling. Better blades, and just solves more problems. And I did not realize that LiDAR made that big of a difference for me. And my cutting as a reviewer, who gets tons of products in to test and use. Some on loaner and some I get to keep. To actually know what's best is when you come to my house and see what I'm using. And see what I continue to use after my testing is done. Or to see what I go out and buy if I have to send it back. That is how you know what I like the most. And the A3000 is going to be my mower that I'm going to use for all my cutting. So if you come to Detroit and you find my house, and you see what lawn mower is sitting there, it's going to be the A3000 until further notice. The A3000 with the LiDAR is definitely the one that is game-changing. Just because that camera system makes it even more precise. And precision means less work for me on the back end. Anyways guys, thank you so much for watching. There may be a coupon code down below. Use my links in the description as well. I do get a kickback and it definitely helps my channel. Kevin the Tech Ninja. Have a good day, take care.